morning and greetings to all of you wherever you may be. Welcome to Hanno's Coach Corner. I'm joined by the enigma that is Oris from Oris Talks Football. Good to have you on board. How are you, son?
Yes, guys. I know we're streaming back-to-back Watchalongs. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, can't complain. Looking forward to this, and I'm going to see how I go about things now. But so we're just going to start off with the intro music, and we will be on our way. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think what happened was that there might have been some issues there. So now you can unmute your mic. In fact,
Oh,
yeah,
there we
I've
go.
got it now. That's perfect. That's perfect. And yeah, so well, we've got two big games in the
Hmm.
group. Um, of course, this is some team news with Trent Alexander-Arnold being left out of the squad. I will share the screen in a minute, actually. So
Oh, yeah.
there are going to be some. Hold on. I'm just going to change the ticker for now, though.
There we go.
Yeah, so as you can see, people, we've got some really interesting games coming up. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say interesting. The Hungary and England games will be interesting in order in when it comes to deciding the final placings in the group. England, of course, already relegated, but Germany could potentially finish second if Hungary beat Italy. And then, of course, we've got Romania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, and Finland. San Marino and Estonia, and of course, North Macedonia and Bulgaria, Gibraltar and Georgia. And North Macedonia deserves some respect because they, of course, were the ones who knocked Italy out of contention for World Cup qualification with that sensational last minute winner in Italy. And that pretty much brought about the end of Giorgio Cellini's international career. It's coming to Rome! It's coming to Rome! Yes, Georgie, and you're going home.
Uh,
I can never forgive him for pulling Bukayo Saka's shirt in the European final. Do you remember that, Orest?
of course, I remember that, man. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, that's funny, man.
Right. So, yeah, so kickoff at Wembley Stadium will be in about 10 minutes, as will be in Budapest. And I'm going to share some team news right now with regard to England. So the biggest news with England is that, you know, Southgate has, of course, made a few changes to the team which started against Italy. Nick Pope is still in goal, but instead of Kyle Walker, it's Reece James at right wing back, and now Luke Shaw at left wing back, with John Stones, Harry Maguire, and Eric Dyer in that usual three-man centre back role. So Stones has come in. And then, of course, it's still Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham, and as it were, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, and Phil Foden. And just a list of the substitutes there, I can name at least two or three players, Orest, who should have benefited from a game today. The
Mm.
likes of Connor Cody, Ivan Toney, Ben Chilwell. Chilwell would definitely have been a good option at left back. And of course, there's the Crystal Palace defender, Mark Guehi. Um, Jordan Henderson's come into the squad. I think he might possibly come on as a substitute for his 70th cap tonight. It remains to be seen whether he will be in the squad, although there are some players who Southgate might call along just for the experience and, to bring about some feel-good factor, some leadership, as it were. Tammy Abraham, of course, for Roma, who's been burning up the turf. And yet he's still started with his, for the most part, his tried and trusted players. I mean, is this enough to really make you a little bit disillusioned with Southgate in some respects?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a pointless game, and I think it's basically takeaway short. He's gone with the same lineup, so I don't know what's up with Southgate, man. It's just that I don't think he likes to rotate that much. That's the thing with Southgate. He doesn't like to rotate. He just likes to keep it the same. And I don't know, man. I don't know if you saw, but I said that Germany will win 2-0. I'm not confident, man, with England. I'm generally not confident. But if they do win England today, that's massive for them. It will give them a boost for the World Cup. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, sadly, I've predicted a 2-1 win for the Germans, and the reason why is because you know Germany do seem to be a lot stronger, and I'll show you their team news right now. It's still Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. I think Manuel Neuer has probably been rested for these last two games. There have been a few changes. Kehrer has come into the defence. He came on as a substitute for Serge Gnabry, and Musiala and Havertz were also substitutes. They've also come in, and Schlotterbeck has also come in. Otherwise, it's still the same people who started against Hungary. And interestingly enough, the number 14, Musiala, he was a former England youth international, but he opted to play for Germany. And it will be interesting to see how well he does against England tonight. People look at him and figure if he can lend some dynamism to Germany's attack, we might just take a look at him and think about what might have been. You know what I mean? Especially in light of the fact that we've got Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham in our midfield tonight.
100%, 100%. I mean, look at if you read that midfield again, Kimmich, Havertz, Musiala, and Gundogan. That's a very, very good midfield. It's going to be interesting because we need to keep an eye on how our midfield does against their midfield, because I just have a feeling that every time when we've played, we've always lost the midfield battle. So let's see if Rice and Bellingham can go deep in against, Kimmich. He doesn't get talked about enough. He's so underrated. Kimmich is the one to look up for me. Musiala, another gem for me. He's one for the future. But it's gonna be interesting to see how the midfield battle does for us.
Yeah, I'm worried about the midfield actually, because if we take a look at the formations, it seems clear that, of course, with two wing backs and three centre backs, he's gone for the same 3-4-2-1 formation as Southgate, with Kane on his own up front. Of course, Saka has been dropped to the bench, so I mean, I would have loved to have seen him at least try to consider a 4-4-2. At least you could have had Saka on the left wing, but now, if you're dropping Saka for a game like this, which would normally bring out the best in him, then I really, it's like you want to try something different, but then when it doesn't work, you try something, you switch it up a bit. You just you do something different. I mean, people might criticize you for chopping and changing, but there comes a time when you have to realize that things really aren't working the way you want them to work. You've got to do something different. It's as simple as that.
100%, yeah, 100%, man, 100%, man. But Southgate, I don't know with you, but I think he's under pressure now. I think he has to get a result tonight.
Right, and Pope is starting in goal. Ramsdale's on the bench. I think it's fair to say that Pope should be going to the World Cup, and Ramsdale might be locked in as Jordan Pickford's number 2.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on Ramsdale not starting? Are you disappointed?
Not really. I mean, like if you take a look at the Hungary game, I thought he was absolutely atrocious. Watching the highlights, there were a few goals which he conceded, which he never should have conceded. Two of them should have been stopped, I think, and there were one or two where he was left with no chance. But the first and the fourth, I think he definitely should have done better. And with Germany's formation, they've opted for the 4-2-3-1. Kehrer and Ram are basically the fullbacks. And then you've got Sula and Schlotterbeck in defence, with Rudiger being dropped to the bench. Kimmich and Gundogan will be the sort of defensive midfielders. Gundogan will be pulling the strings. And then with Hoffman, Musiala, and Sané, that is a potentially dangerous combination, because Musiala, as I said, came on against Hungary and looked very lively, as did Kai Havertz. And Germany even had the ball in the net, but that was disallowed for offside. So they were doing a lot more to huff and puff against Hungary, whereas against Italy, for the most part, I think it was only Harry Kane who forced Donnarumma to making a save. I don't think anyone else really had a decent chance, to be honest.
100%. But England, I know this game doesn't mean anything, but we still need to, create chances and hopefully win the game, because we need to. If we lose another game tonight, then that is going to affect the mentality for the World Cup. And that's going to, drop down mentality, and I know it's ruined for our chances in the World Cup. So we have to win tonight, must win. And I think the players might be walking out. I think
they are walking out right now. So the best part is that you and I are pretty much on the same time. And that's amazing, because it's always good that when we do the watch-alongs, we're in sync. But to everyone who's watching, what I will do is when I say kickoff, if by any chance you are behind me, when I say kickoff, do feel free to pause the video And then as soon as the teams kick off, you can press unpause because I want to make sure that we're in sync. What we're planning on doing is watching the players and making sure that we get everything done. And it should be something that all of you can enjoy. So, yeah. So now the teams are walking out. England are surprisingly in their away strip of red, while Germany are wearing their black shorts, and I would assume their white shirts. And it is time for the anthems right now. So,
Yep. Yeah, for me,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
Germany anthem. Germany anthem now, yeah. Marley, when the England one comes up, you're gonna stand up, yeah?
of course, son, of course. Got to stay proud. I mean, I know that, yeah, I know that a lot of people might not necessarily care for that, but yeah.
Musiala, man. One to watch for me, Musiala.
Yeah.
Anti Flick. Kimmich. Oh, right, he's the one to watch, mate, because he's gonna destroy that midfield battle. Right, England anthem is coming soon, money.
Yes, I know, I know, I know.
Now it's time for the England anthem. Stand up, money.
Okay. Okay, so look, that's just me. I'm patriotic, but I do share the sentiments of people who say that "God Save the King" shouldn't really be the anthem of England. It really should be the anthem of the British teams, like the British Lions or what have you, who compete in the Olympics. I'd like to see them adopt Jerusalem as the anthem, like they do for the England Commonwealth Games team.
Is he just showing the lamp now?
Right.
Backfire. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, 3-4-2-1 or a 3-4-3. I think it might end up sort of becoming more of a three-man attack with Sterling and Foden. But once again, with three at the back, I think you know they say that insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. And that's okay. So the referees are it's Danny Macaulay from the Netherlands. Steekstra and De Vries are the assistant referees, and Van Bokel and Manschot will be the VAR referees. So all Dutch tonight, quintuple Dutch, if you will, as opposed to double Dutch. And the Germany lineups are confirmed: Ter Stegen, Rom, Kehrer, Kimmich, Havertz, Musiala, Süle, Hoffmann, Sané, Gundogan, and Schlotterbeck. So it is, yes, Stegen in
43
goal.
1.
Yep, 43-1. Roman, Kehrer, fullback, Schlotterbeck, Süle in the centre of defence, Kimmich and Gundogan just in front of the defence, Sané, Musiala, and Hoffmann as the attacking midfielders behind
All right,
Kai
1 minute silence.
Havertz.
They're doing a 1 minute silence, so we're gonna, still Come on. Let's bring up the comments. Moss says Maguire again. LOL. Shaw, Pope, Kane, lol. Why not dress something new? Yeah, that's South good for you.
Exactly. Something new is.
Right,
All
Germany are
right.
going to kick off. Germany are kicking off.
No, they haven't kicked off yet for me. They are about
No,
to
no,
kick
no.
off now.
I'm just saying, yeah, Germany are about to kick off. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kimmich is wearing the captain's armband tonight, so he's standing in the center of the circle. The ball is somewhat off center, which is a surprise, but I don't know if we can really be that much picky,
Kick
if
off
you
for
will.
me. Kick off for me.
Not for me, so calm down. Not for me. And it's kickoff now. So Germany are attacking from left to right, and it's a long pass all the way, but Maguire heads it clear. Still with the Germans so far, though, and they can try and create something. But for the moment, it's a game of head and foot tennis right now, and already some action in the middle of the pitch. Captain Kane getting in a little bit of a tussle there with one of the youth players. It looks as though, it was Schlotterbeck who was being pulled down.
Germany
And
almost.
sorry, Harry, you can't do that, son. That belongs in WWE, not football. So
Press, man, press.
yeah.
Press him,
So
man.
Schlotterbeck passes it back to Manuel Neuer, to Sula. And now Musiala can try and work something here. He's all the way back in the half, but you will see him push up a bit further. Kimmich.
Good tackle, Shaw.
Gundogan.
Go on, Shaw. Sterling. Oh my God, he loses it.
Yeah, so that was the tackle by Shaw, but and yes, Sterling does indeed.
Sterling
Get Sterling gives it away. Sterling gives it away.
No, he
And
received it again.
yeah, so look, I know that you're a few seconds ahead, so just calm down, yeah, just calm down. So now England do have a little bit of an advantage if they can control their passing, and they look unflustered so far as the ball is back with Maguire.
What? Oh, Kane, go on. Reece James. Kane.
It is with Kane right now.
It is a first corner for England.
Why, son? Huh? I'm trying to commentate, and you're trying to just say everything, and you're a few seconds ahead of me.
It's a throw-in, actually.
Well, the corner was a short corner, so didn't really amount to very much. It's Rice, Maguire. Luke Shaw all the way forward. He, of course, was England's goal scorer in the Euro final. A very quick goal and one of the best games he had for England that day. John Stones. And actually, it was Eric Dyer.
Oh,
Stones is number 4.
What are you doing, mate?
Yeah, so... yeah, people have been complaining about Pope's distribution, and chipping it away and conceding a throw-in is not the best advertisement for him, is it, Orest?
Nope. But that's why we should start Ramsdale, because he's decent with his feet. So
he's decent with his feet. Don't get me wrong, but the problem is that when it comes to being able to stop some shots, I think Pope is at least marginally better than Ramsdale at this point, because Ramsdale has been shown to be a little bit weak. And I'm going to try and refresh and look for any updated scores. Every game has started. Some games have started earlier than this, but no goals in any of the games so far, so no action as of yet. And at one point, I'm also going to try and switch over to the Hungary game and see how the action is going on over there. Sula. And he's controlling the ball right now. Passes it to, that looks like Havertz to me. And Kera has it now. Came on for Gnabry, of course. And they lose it. So far, Germany have looked better with the ball at their feet. And as I say that, they've just conceded a throw-in. So this is going to be an interesting game. I think neither team's going to want to lose this. And Germany definitely do not want to go to the World Cup with a loss against the old enemy on their report card, if you will. And again, this is the problem because when you don't select players despite calling them up to the squad, how are those players going to feel without getting any action? I just hope that they'll be given some time in the second half, especially Tony.
Yeah.
So it's with James, Bellingham, Stones, back to Bellingham, James, Bellingham again. And of course, you could say that Bellingham's selection for this game was a bit of a horses for courses pick, given that he's still with Borussia Dortmund. But do you see him being able to have that much of an effect on the game as such?
Who was that again?
No, but I said the Bellingham, of course, playing
Oh,
for
Bellingham.
Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's Kimmich out there, so you should know how Kimmich and Musiala plays. Like, so we'll see how Bellingham caught today's game. Because Musiala's been looking alright so far, but yeah.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I think there was a lot of criticism for how Bellingham started against Italy, and I think he probably grew into the game later on, but maybe it was a case of cold feet for him. And yeah, so it's with Havertz now, but he's being double teamed, and Rice can get it to
Sterling
Shaw.
press, man.
Yeah, Sterling, press, but Sula can tidy up and pass it back to Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who probably himself is nailed on as Manuel Neuer's number 2. The only question is, who might be Germany's third keeper? No Bernd Leno in the squad, so it will probably be Kevin Trapp, although he hasn't had the best of seasons with Eintracht Frankfurt. Kimmich. ter Stegen. Kehrer. And now it's with Musiala. And he's got freedom to run, but Rice is snapping at his heels. And now he's got some cover. And now he can run again. Hoffman. Kimmich. Gundogan.
And out, throw in.
Schlotterbeck. And it is given away with a throw-in. So, Orest, where are you? I'm at 25, 26, 27. Where are you?
I'm at 34, 35.
So you are 5 seconds ahead of me. And there is Reece James with a red dye in his hair. Maybe it's done to match the color of the shirt he's wearing tonight. Who knows? So it's Hoffman. Can he find a person? Yes, he finds Sula. Hoffman again. Sula again. Gundogan. Yeah. So checking the chat, Footmoss, it's not quite a new lineup. There were 4 changes made due to injuries. Obviously, the likes of Rudiger dropped out. There is no Thomas Muller in the team, and Timo Werner is also not in the team, so they've had to make a few changes as such. Yeah, the purpose before the World Cup is to see all your players and figure out who you want to bring in the squad. Absolutely. And there was a bit of action over there, but all to nothing in the end. So, yeah, some good work by England to win that ball back. And of course, Kane was set on his way. Down the right, trying to cross it, but nobody was there. And it's with Kimmich now. Schlotterbeck. Back to ter Stegen. With Sula. And so Germany have looked good with the ball at their feet, but England have also pressed well. So this is a rather cagey first 8 minutes so far. It's with Hoffman now. And it's with Musiala. Gundogan. What can Gundogan do? Musiala. Gundogan. Kehrer. Gundogan. Kehrer again. Can he do something down the right? A nice cross, but well headed away by Eric Dyer, who's had a good return to form with Tottenham Hotspur, and of course was a part of Southgate's 2018 World Cup semi-final team, starting practically every... I mean, he didn't really start, though. I think he was more of a... a substitute in many ways. So it's David. It'll either be David Ram or Joshua Kimmich who will be taking this corner. And it's going to be interesting to see what approach they will try. They're going to go for the in-swinger, or could it be a short corner? Some decent defending at the back right now. It's Ram with the in-swing left footer, which is a little bit too far for Kai Havertz, but he gets it, and somehow, can he control it? No, he loses it. And England play out from the back. It's with Stones. And that's a brilliant pass to Raheem Sterling, who could get it through. But then Gundogan with a fine block preventing any kind of a breakaway. But it's still with England.
Yep.
Until now. Schlotterbeck clears it away. And again, some more cagey stuff between these two. But that's a typical England-Germany clash for you. So, Oris, when was the first time you saw England and Germany play?
What do you mean? First time?
Yeah, like playing
both,
against each other. Either in a competitive match or in a friendly, yeah, both of them together.
I mean, to be fair, I watched.
Oh, Pope's in trouble. A little bit of an interception there. And a shot from Gundogan over the bar. So
obviously, yeah.
Nick Pope's looking in a low. Yeah, so a little shaky moment there for Nick Pope. A back pass which should have been dealt with easily enough, but the first touch was rather poor, and it was intercepted in some way. And Pope will be really thankful to the Pope. Too bad he's not Catholic. So my question to you was, when was the first time you saw England and Germany play in a competitive or a friendly match?
I mean, to be fair, I went to the women's one, Euros final, and then men's, I actually can't remember. What was the last time? Probably, did we not play them at Germany as well? I think we lost. We drew. So, yeah. Let me just double check that. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you remember South Africa 2010, where we lost 4-1. Matthew Upson scoring that one goal, and then Frank Lampard with that goal that never was. But anyway, here's an attack now from Sterling. Going down the right, and well defended by Kehrer, but it's still with Sterling, who can get it through. Now he wins the throw-in. Go ahead.
Right, so I went... No. All right, yeah, I saw Germany-England 1-1, Nations League, when we drew to them. At Germany 1-1. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so for me, my first and most heartbreaking England-Germany match will always be the semi-finals of Italia 90. I was 9 years old that time. We dominated that game. We could have won, but when we missed those penalties, I burst into tears like practically everyone that day, joining Gaza in a huge display of mourning. Probably our best chance to win the World Cup. I don't care what people say about the 2018 team. The Italia 90 side would put that 2018 team in their place for sure. Declan Rice to Shaw, bits of an offside, but no. And yes, the offside has been given. So it seems as though the linesmen have agreed that they will allow the plays to continue and then raise the flag. So it's interesting to see that players are allowed to continue the play, score a goal, and then the flag is raised, and then the celebrations are cut short. I wonder if there's a method to that.
Yeah, 100%. All right, 61 ball possession for Germany. Oh, Maguire now. Can you keep that? No, he can't.
Right, so any goals in the other games? Nope, not yet. Not yet. And so Sterling keeps his place, and obviously he's one person who's...
there's a red card for North Macedonia. Red card.
Red...
Yep. Red card.
Yeah, who was the person who got it?
It was Todorsky.
Okay, interesting. Well, it's with the Germans now, and they can play back. And it has to be said that Nick Pope got away with one there, because that wasn't really the best of first touches. So England do have a few issues in the goalkeeping department, because I think it's fair to... You talk about how Harry Kane getting injured would really, put us in trouble. But if Pickford were to get injured, it might be fair to say that we'd be up the river without a paddle. And it's an irony that the best English goalkeeper that we have, other than Pickford, is playing in Scotland, but will not be going to this World Cup because Southgate happens to be the coach. I know a lot of people, some of you in the chat might say Joe Hart's past it. He's not really the goalkeeper he was. Maybe he wasn't, but in many ways he has improved. So he could have been an asset. And it's another corner for Germany given away by Harry Maguire. And this time it'll be Joshua Kimmich with the outswinging right foot. So, yep. Does he find his man? There's the header. Headed away by Maguire. And still some head tennis going on. Kane getting into the act. And hoiked away by Raheem Sterling. Schlotterbeck has it. Gundogan. Kehrer. Gundogan. Hoffman. Süle. Schlotterbeck. Trying to build up something here. Back with Süle. Gundogan. Still pulling the strings. Still strolling. Kimmich now. Back with Süle. Back with Kehrer. Trying to stretch the England defense. I mean, one thing which must be said is that the way England are being able to press and run, they're quite good, but with the ball at their feet, they haven't been at their best. And has the referee given a free kick, or what's going on over here? An infringement off the ball. And some claims for a free kick there, but we'll have to see what came out of that. So the Germans are looking dangerous, and it is, in fact, a German free kick. So a dangerous position as well, not the position in which you want to concede a free kick by any means. And, we don't really have good memories of set pieces as well, especially when it comes to free kicks from this area. We all remember Mikael Damsgaard's peach of a goal when Denmark played us, and they've got some good free kicks. They've got some good kickers in the German team who can take a good free kick. And it looks as though the England wall will have Luke Shaw on the bottom as a kind of buttress, if you will. So who's going to be taking it? Is it Gundogan?
Probably, yeah.
It is Leroy Sané with his left foot, but straight into the wall. And Reece James will try to get it away. And it's an England throw. So the wall did its job. No harm. No foul. Although there was a foul, which led to the free kick. Ooh, some complaints of a handball there. Declan Rice, Reece James. Hit their elbows, so probably that could be sort of that wouldn't really be considered as a penalty as such. But yeah, some very cagey football going on over here. And once again, Havertz this time getting into the action, and Southgate doesn't look too happy. But he's got a free kick. And so far the German midfield has looked a lot more impressive. I haven't really seen Declan Rice or Jude Bellingham come into the game at all. What's your opinion?
No, 100% agree with that. Yeah, 100% agree. But Germany have too many ball positions, I think, so can't do nothing there.
I get that. But it's with Süle now, so I mean, it's amazing how when they've got the ball, they always seem to know what to do. Just pass it back to ter Stegen or be very careful in how they play it. And England are pressing hard. They're running really hard. And they're trying to force the Germans into making a mistake. But, Flick seems to have coached a more efficient team that doesn't get too flustered. Back with Pope. All yellow. Rolls it out to Eric Dyer. To Stones. Back to Pope. And this time a much better kick, which Doesn't quite find its man, but now it does. So, and it goes all the way through to Havertz, who can try and work his magic, but no, he doesn't. Not the best of first touches. But Kimmich heads it back into the danger zone. And England can move ahead through Bellingham, who is impeded by Gundogan for an England free kick. And now we can see him come into the game. But I don't know. I mean, Bellingham did look okay later on in the game against Italy, but you just take a look at some of the midfielders on the bench. I mean, obviously, Saka started. He's on the bench now. I seriously don't see a reason why Mason Mount couldn't have gotten the start, or maybe someone like Abraham up front. Once again, as you said, it begs the question as to why certain players were even called up in the first place. Not that in Germany's case it's that much better. There are a few players in that squad who haven't gotten minutes either, but let's see how they develop. And a few people who didn't get minutes against Hungary were called up today. So that's how you manage a squad. It's with Kimmich now outside the penalty area, headed away by Reece James. Foden. Stones. Pope, who was under pressure but dealt with that very well indeed. And from Pope, it went straight to Stegen. And Hoffman's now on the floor. Not a very serious injury by any stretch of the imagination. And it's with Schlotterbeck now. They can continue to play. A nice cross, and doesn't really find anyone. And so once again, some good footwork by the Germans, but not really anyone able to support that. Let's take a look and see what's happening between Italy and Hungary. And Pope again with the ball. Ever since that near calamity between him and Musiala, he's looked a little bit more accomplished as Pope. Maybe this could be the game where he, starts to feel a lot more confident. I don't know. Still no goals between Hungary and Italy, though, and that's obviously going to be quite interesting. Hungary playing at home, Italy with a tough job on their hands. But of course, back to England, Germany. England free kick. And it's with Shaw now. And that wasn't a very sure cross. What is sure is how well Germany can clear that. And it's back in the England half, but again, that will also be easily dealt with. So we're almost midway through the first half and not really that much in terms of action yet. But as I say that, as if every time England have tried to break through, they've just run into a German defensive wall. But now it's with Harry Kane, just outside the penalty area, but he has control of the ball. Reece James. But it has been won back very well by the Germans indeed, and they can press through. It is with Musiala now. And Hoffman is running. Hoffing and puffing, if you will. And it found Kimmich in the penalty area, but Gundogan couldn't quite get a foot to that. And another fine run, another fine attack goes begging. But some pretty solid defending as well from England. You can see over there Hoffman running really well and how he's able to get that run in. And you would think that if Gundogan had been able to have some better anticipation, there would have been a chance. But what do you think of the German midfield now? They look they certainly look more energetic now. I think they've grown into the game.
100%, yeah. I told you guys Kimmich. Kimmich is going to be key, man. Kimmich is going to be key.
But Gundogan as well has looked solid. And of course, Jonas Hoffman, the way he's run, what do you think of him?
Decent.
Okay. So it's a German free kick, and David Raum is standing over it. Probably the in-swinging left footer from the left wing, if he can find someone. Straight onto the head of an English defender, and Declan Rice can clear it. and move with it. And it's with Luke Shaw now. Eric Dyer's running up
No,
front.
Sterling.
And it's with Sterling now. What does he do with it? Good save by Ter Stegen. And just goes to show that when all else fails, you need to have a solid goalkeeper. I'm not saying Ter Stegen is Manuel Neuer in any respect. He has his frailties, but he came up big when it mattered. So it looks as though maybe England should look to try and get Germany on the counter-attack. What do you
Oh my
think,
god.
Forrest?
Oh my god. Oh yeah, man. Another counter attack.
Well, we got a corner out of that. I saw that. And now it's amazing how that that sniff has given England a bit of confidence now. So um, I was predicting that England wouldn't do very well tonight, but you never know. As you said, full house, Wembley, roaring crowd. We can't hear them roar, but you just believe that they'd want to impress. And I think it needed a better shot from Sterling there. Good save from Ter Stegen, but it really was within his range. And a header there, but it's away. But Bellingham gets it back. He can run, try and move past his defender. It's with Sterling. Bellingham, back to Sterling, who can try and run, and inadvertently wins another corner off Jonas Hoffman. So this is a good little spell for England with about 26 minutes almost gone, and Foden is running to take it. Well, it's all happening. It's all happening over here at Wembley Stadium, and this is not a match for the faint-hearted, let me tell you right now. This is not a match for the faint-hearted. Outswinging left footer from Foden. On the head of Harry Kane, but headed away by Sula. And a shot cross from Harry Kane wide. So that is how you get into the swing of it. And once again, Kane is pretty much almost like a linchpin, if you will. But I think it was fair to say that he was never going to score from that angle, and Ter Stegen would have had that covered. Kehrer. Germany throw in. So if England can keep up this this pressure, this could very well end up being a good half for them. What do you think?
Agreed.
Who's speaking in the background? Is that your mum?
What was that?
Is that your mum in the background? Say good evening to her for me, please. Okay, so it's with Gundogan now. Kimmich. Hoffman. Kehrer. Back to Kimmich. Gundogan. Sula. Running through two England defenders and being able to find Leroy Sané, who loses it and loses his footing. And now it's with Kane. Sterling to his left. Sterling again. But once again, some good defending, and we have another England corner. And you can just see the frustration on Sterling's face, can't you? He might be thinking, yet again, another corner. Utterly ridiculous. Yes, that's it, Raheem. Let it out, let it out. And the corner actually, it wasn't even a corner, it was a goal kick. So that corner.
Go for Italy. 1-0 Italy.
Oh, I'll check that right now. Give me a minute. Yes, it is 1-0 Italy. I wonder who the goal scorer is.
Raspadori.
Okay, so I'm also going to check and see if there are any goals in the other games. So I think I missed that, but maybe they'll show some highlights. I don't know. But back to England against Germany, and it's still with the Germans right now in the England half. No highlights. We'll catch it later, maybe. But change the score line. Italy 1-0 up, and let me see if there's any change in the scores elsewhere. And there's also been a goal between Gibraltar and Georgia, so I will edit that.
No, I've already updated it. I've already updated it. It's fine.
Oh, you've done that? Okay, cool. So maybe you can update the ticker for me if you can, yeah? Cheers, thank you. So we're back on England, Germany. Sula passing it to Gundogan. It is now with Hoffman. And another short pass, but it is back with Gundogan. And he threads it through to Havertz, who couldn't really get the footing right. But Kehrer is still there. And once again, it's a case of some really, really good footwork in the midfield, but the final touch has been lacking. But an infringement, a possible claim for a penalty that has been denied so far. Could this go to VAR, though? We will see. It is now with Declan Rice, who just keeps it in play, and he's running all the way on the left. I mean, not exactly running per se, trying to find a person. But again, Sula will be there to cover, and ter Stegen will play a rather risky short pass, which finds Gundogan. Back to ter Stegen again. Foden is lurking like a vulture. Back with Sula. And it's with Kimmich now. And I think it's fair to say that the VAR referees have seen no need to check that, so that won't be a penalty. So it looks as though the England defence have gotten away with one there. But it's with Kimmich now. And the defence has dropped back a bit. Havertz to Musiala. Musiala has it now. Oh, Schlotterbeck. Gundogan. Sula. Once again, short passes. Order of the day. Jonas Hoffman. Joshua Kimmich. Hoffman again to Kehrer, who tries to thread it through, but the English defence stands firm. And yeah, so the recent updates are goals for Georgia and Italy as the away team. So Italy winning could very well see them top the group, and that will be upsetting for Hungary. Of course, neither team will be in the World Cup, but a Nations League semi-final and the potential final will be something good for which to play. And of course, Germany can't qualify as group winners for the semi-finals of the Nations League, but they've got the World Cup to look forward to. And I want you all to talk yeah. We haven't had any chat updates. So listen, if any of you guys want to join the chat at halftime to talk about the game, please feel free. I will drop the link in the chat very, very soon. Okay. And yeah, so it's back with Germany, who can still try and press, still try and create. I think Gundogan seems to have torn his armband. Fixes it back on. All the players were, of course, wearing black armbands today in memory of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The national anthem sung and a minute's applause, well observed. And yeah, Stones, Dyer, Bellingham, back to Stones. Tries to thread it through. It's still with Bellingham. And so the Germans seem quite happy not to press so much, but just to look for a few mistakes. And they can only press when they can. And the biggest risk about pressing is that they could tie very easily. So that's headed away. And Kane and Sterling were running in, but that's very well dealt with. Kimmich. Gundogan. Finds Sané. Musiala. Raum. Headed away by Dyer. Gundogan, though. Kimmich. So the defenders aren't dropping back. Couldn't quite find that header, and Musiala lets it go behind. So, as I said, the former England youth international, Jamal Musiala, playing at Wembley. I don't think he will necessarily regret not being able to wear the England shirt and play in this atmosphere. He must be quite happy plying his trade for Die Mannschaft. Nick Pope, who's had a quite decent season with Newcastle, should be now more or less nailed on for the third keeper's spot behind Jordan Pickford and Aaron Ramsdale. Surprisingly, Ramsdale didn't get a game, hasn't got a game yet. Could he be brought on as a halftime substitute? I don't know. 34 minutes in, still no goals. And let's see and check if there have been any more goals elsewhere. Nope, no changes. No changes. So it's with Germany now through Sané. Passes it through, but intercepted. And England can break. Foden. Does he find Sterling? No, he doesn't. And Ter Stegen can claim. Rolled out pass to Süle. And there seems to be a bit of an infringement over there. I'm not too sure what's going on. Yep, there's a player on the
Stones,
floor.
yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
John Stones. So we're going to see what happened to him, but looks as though there might have been a bit of a challenge. And if it's serious, Walker and Trippier have taken off their coats and they might be starting to warm up a bit. Nice pass from Foden, but just couldn't find Sterling. And a little too close to Marc-Andre Ter Stegen there for comfort. So do you suppose it could be cramp that's affecting him? I think Orist isn't with us now, but I'm thinking it might be a case of cramp. It's hard to see. I don't really see any kind of infringement having taken place there. Bit of a shame because this was the game which could have seen John Stones play his way back into contention. But England do have ready replacements. It is, in fact, Kyle Walker. And we see some of the England women's team here tonight. Leah Williamson, the recently retired Jill Scott in the crowd tonight. Going to see if he's fit to carry on. He's walking rather gingerly, but we will see. And he's walking with the physios right now. So momentarily, England will be down to 10 men. And we will see how. And he has, in fact, been brought off. So it is, in fact, Kyle Walker who will be coming on in place of John Stones. And he will be slotting into the three-man defense along with Eric Dyer and Harry Maguire. It was, of course, Walker who started along with them, Dyer and Maguire, against Italy. So an injury to John Stones. I don't know if it's it must be a rather serious injury. If it's cramp, it really wouldn't be good. But what do you think of Stones' loss? Is it a bad thing? Good news for Manchester United. Yeah. Always thinking about your club. I like that. I like that. I like that. And James is in the chat. Evening, James. How are you, mate? I am so glad that you've joined in. I will drop the link for the chat in if you want to join in at halftime and talk about the first half. And I hope things are going well with you, yeah? Kara. Gundogan. All the way to Schlotterbeck, who can try and find someone. Can he? Only Luke Shaw, who heads it away. But it's still back with the Germans. Kimmich, a little head tennis there. And Sané has lost it. So, you know, this is a bit worrying for Germany in a way because they do some really good work getting into the half. But for some reason, they just can't seem to have that final touch needed. Their footwork lets them down. And again, we see England running some nice interplay between Shaw and Sterling. And England get yet another corner. And you know, a lot of people have been critical of Luke Shaw starting today, but surprisingly, he has looked good. And James, you want the link to join in. So hold on a minute, son. Hold on a minute. So let's see what that corner came up to. Headed over the bar. Nothing really there. So yeah, so trying to send him the link. I just can't seem to. Oh, goodness gracious. Sometimes, you know, my system tends to cause a few problems. But anyway. Let me try that again. Oh, Orest, you're there for me. James, good evening. You good, mate?
Yeah.
So, are you happy with England this half?
Yeah.
No goals conceded. It's a good start. But anyway, with 2 minutes to go to halftime, I will drop the link in. So if anyone else is in the chat and wants to talk about the first half, they can do so. So about 5 minutes left plus stoppages, and it's with Gundogan. Sula should have it and clear it, and he does. A pass straight to Kera. Kimmich. Sula back to Stegen. Schlotterbeck now, who has looked good both in defence and going a little bit forward. Certainly hasn't looked very weak defensively. Yeah. It's with Kimmich now. Back to Stegen. And Ter Stegen concedes a throw-in. So he holds his hand up to say sorry, or Entschuldigung, as they would say in German, but I don't know if he can be forgiven for that. Yeah. So, James, did you get a haircut? Looks good on you. Short back and sides for you?
Yeah.
Suits you very well, doesn't it? It looks really good on you, mate. Oh, so a loyalty card for a local salon. Amazing. Really good stuff. You know, a lot of these salons, if they offer that type of loyalty package, it's always good. And claims for a free kick, but England can get it back through Shaw, but then they lose it. And through Gundogan, they can start to play it out a bit. So this is worrying for the Germans now. But now they can play. They can play up the wing through Musiala and Gundogan. So England will probably be looking to counterattack. I think maybe they're just trying to let the Germans run at them, because I think they can afford to do that, because the Germans' final touch has not really been the best, and of course, hitting them on the counterattack will always be dangerous for the Germans, and I think it's what England will be looking to do. So, yep, Kane is captain.
James, fresh trim. Okay.
Yeah, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane's been poor, man.
Yeah, no, he's looked lively.
Oh no.
Right, so it's with Kera now. That is advantage has been played. Advantage has been played.
And that's a throw.
It is with Kimmich right now. Let's see what he can do, and it is a throw-in. So again, it just goes to show you can never relax against the Germans at any point in time. You can't do that. And Kimmich in particular has looked very industrious. So Hoffman with the throw-in. Havertz, Hoffman. All the way back to Schlotterbeck.
Oh,
it's with Schlotterbeck.
Tomorrow.
Hoffman. And once again, nothing really found, and Walker can chest it all the way back to Nick Pope, rather.
So hang on. I think. All right. So Romania's beating Bosnia. So let's update that.
Yeah. So you've got the ticker there, have you? Very nice.
Yeah.
So that's good. At least I'm really glad I can depend on you for that. Yep. Estonia are also leading against San Marino, so you can change that too. Thank you. And there's a player on the floor, but the referee has waved play on. The ball is with Hoffman now, who nutmegs Rice.
Go on, Kane.
No.
To Sterling. Sterling.
Yeah.
Oh my days, man.
Yeah, it is with Kane now, and it is through to Sterling, and once again straight at Ter Stegen. So
I was just saying about Stones. Yeah, as an England fan perspective, obviously it's disappointing, but obviously Montreal Derby is nice.
Yeah, so apparently both keepers have not been convincing with the ball at their feet, but they have made some fine saves, and it's not really something that could provide people with necessarily some confidence here, but Okay. But Eric Dyer has certainly been solid in defense ever since his recall, and he should certainly find a place in the squad. But I really do think that this was a type of game that would have called for someone like Connor Cody to come in. So, James, I want to ask you, do you think that Ivan Toney or Connor Cody or maybe Ben Chilwell should have played?
Yeah.
You can type in the chat. Type in
Yeah.
the chat and tell me what you think.
Yeah. Cut.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. So England can break away through Foden, Sterling, and it's intercepted by Sula. But only as far as Kane, who gets it back to Shaw, Maguire. And you know what, Orest? There'll be 2 minutes added on. And,
What a touch. He didn't keep it in. Yeah, go on.
Didn't keep it in. So, yeah, he didn't keep it in. Sorry, Harry, son, bring it back. And I know that you've been critical of Luke Shaw starting, but yeah, he has actually looked very solid, especially going forward and also defensively. So maybe, like Harry Maguire, he seems to enjoy playing for England a lot more than Manchester United.
Yeah. Oh, yes, 100%. 100%.
But having said that, we do need to have some proper reinforcements. You cannot select Ben Chilwell and Connor Cody and not give them any minutes. I mean, it's scandalous. It really is. Sula. And Ter Stegen can take his time. Passes it to Gundogan. Rice was bearing down on him. Kane was bearing down on Ter Stegen, but it is with David Raum now, who passes it back to Schlotterbeck. Another pass back to Ter Stegen, and it's with Sula now. So we should be able to see the Germans clear the ball, and they do. And Kehrer has it, only just. Back with Sula. Gundogan. Kimmich. Kehrer. And he's open on the right. Kimmich in the center.
Musiala. Oh, close.
Yeah, Gundogan to Musiala. He runs in and runs in. And once again, the final touch is lacking. And with 20 seconds to go, the Germans still have the ball. Maybe this could be the last attack of the half. Gundogan. Kimmich. A shot from Kimmich, and it is wide. So that was probably not going to trouble Nick Pope in goal. I think he had that covered. And could this very well be the last action of the half? We shall see. Yeah, he got that. It wasn't too far away, but I will credit Nick Pope. He had that covered very well indeed. And I'm pretty certain that once Pope kicks this, the half will end. So it's not quite a Manchester derby preview. I mean, obviously, you know, with Calvin Phillips out, you'd think you'd have an advantage, but no. City have got a very talented midfield, and in fact, it is half-time.
Half-time.
Raheem Sterling with England's best chances, forcing Ter Stegen into a couple of saves. Pope hasn't really had to make a save yet, but he has looked at times sharp, at times unconvincing. KG first half so far, and it is 0-0 at the break. So, Orest,
yes,
you've now seen the first half. What do you think of the play so far, and which players have really impressed you today?
Obviously, it's been a bit boring, but obviously, now we're just back Canadian on the counter. But I think we need to stop doing that. I think second half, I think we need to go on the attack now. But now I'd say Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw. I'm not a massive fan of him, but he's been good today. Sterling has tried, so yeah. But yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Germany, obviously, I said it before, Musiala and Kimmich, and Gundogan as well. Gundogan's doing good, so I just want Gundogan. I mean, I don't pray players for injuries, but if Gundogan was to get injured, then that's good for us. But yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, Phillips is already injured, and he won't be going to the World Cup if he has shoulder surgery. But with Ilkay Gundogan in that Manchester City midfield, you can't relax. And for me as well, I was quite impressed with. I've been impressed with Eric Dyer continuing his good work ever since coming back to the England squad. And once again, this game will be crying out for substitutes to come in and really change the game. So I will expect to see Muller and maybe Werner brought on. There could just taking a look at the German bench, for instance. Um, Even if someone like Gnabry were to come on with a hope of changing the game, that would be okay. What about you? What sort of substitutes do you think could have an effect in the second half?
For me,
Yeah, you, Oris.
right. I think he's taking off. I think for I'd say um, I'd say Tony. I'd say bring on Tony. I would bring on. Ooh, all right. I'll bring on Mason Mount actually, and then I'll bring on. Uh, I'll bring on. I'll bring on Saka. I'll bring on Saka and what was it? I said Saka. I'll bring on Saka and I'll take off probably Sterling or actually no, Sterling's been good. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough what South Africa's gonna do, but I'll bring on Sterling. I'll bring on Mount and Tony.
I actually would like to bring off Harry Kane and bring on Tony because, you could see that Kane might look a little bit tired, yeah? And bringing on some fresh legs would be good. James, what about you? Do you want to see any substitutes?
Yeah.
So just type in the chat, what substitutes do you want to see? Who do you want to see come on?
See.
Take your time, mate. Take your time. Take your time. And
What's it
we're
called?
seeing some.
Oh, he wants to see Cody.
Oh, yeah, definitely someone like Cody could be good. Um, Maybe he'll come on for Eric Dyer or Harry Maguire. Yeah, Cody deserves some minutes. He needs to get to play. I was saying before the broadcast started that Cody was one of the players at Euro 2020 who was being praised for his leadership qualities. But what's the point
Yeah.
of having him for leadership if you're not going to get let him play? Yeah. So Cody's a good shout, definitely. And if either Tony or maybe Abraham can come on in the second half, that would be good. Yeah, Bournemouth are 12th in the table. Yeah, you're looking very good. I'm very happy. Gary O'Neill's done a good job with you guys. What's so funny, Orest?
And I just like because Scott Parker, man. Whenever there's Bournemouth talk, it's just Scott Parker in my head, and obviously the relationship between you and Scott Parker, man.
No, listen. I loved Scott Parker as a player. He gave his best, obviously, for England. He could have done a lot more. As a manager, I just think he feels haunted by the fact that his career was in many ways a case of what might have been. He wants to try and prove himself. He takes himself too seriously at times. So he might be better off being an assistant manager. Maybe whoever replaces Southgate can bring in Scott Parker as an assistant.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if James was happy that Scott Parker got sacked, then yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, he's happy, I think, because Bournemouth have gone up to 12th in the table. At one point, they were deep in relegation trouble, but now they're looking quite good. But it just goes to show that you can never really predict anything in the EPL because on any given day, any team can have one amazing result. Right. Let's take a look at some of the halftime scores, and we're also going to focus on the Italy and Hungary game. So, so Italy are up, and it was Raspadori who scored that goal, and he scored as well against England. So it looks as though Italy have uncovered a good talent in Raspadori. What do you say?
Yeah, 100%, man. He looks like a top talent, and Romano has just posted saying, "Bad news for Manchester City, as it seems John Stones has sustained a hamstring injury, but again, very good strategy in the
Empty.
summer when City board decided to sign Akanji on permanent deal in the final days as opportunity and no plans to sell. So it was a hamstring injury for John Stones then.
Oh man.
Sure.
What was that?
Yep. Yeah, he's showing us a substitution. Kyle Walker came on for John Stones. So, yeah. Again, I would have loved to have seen Connor Cody come on instead, but maybe in the second half, Southgate will bring on a few more players. Because another sad thing is that this is, of course, the last time England will play as a team before their opening match. I hope there will be some pre-tournament friendlies, which will be a little bit like scrimmages um, among the squad players, if you will. But again, it's hard to say what will happen, and there'll be a lot of players who, if they don't get selected in England squad, will feel very hard done by. What do you say to that?
100%. As I said, we need to win, man. We need to win today. We need to win. But if we don't win and we draw lose, then it could hurt us 6 times.
Well, I'm not too sure how, because here's the thing. Neither team has much to gain from this match anyway. I mean, Germany could conceivably finish second if Italy lose, but with Italy leading Hungary, I don't see that happening. And they seem to be recovering well after the shock of not being able to qualify for the World Cup. And I think a lot of players in that current team will feel as though they have point to prove. Right, so there's a 150 million quid broadcast deal for the Scottish Premiership clubs. Is this to sort of give them some more money, perhaps? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So Scottish Premiership clubs approve a proposed 5-year, £120 million broadcast deal. Let me check that up right now. Thanks a lot, James. I really appreciate that. So yeah, it's good to have you. I mean, you can provide some other footballing news and keep us up to date with what's going on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, Turkey talking about the Faroe Islands defeat. Johnny Evans set to win 100 caps. This probably goes into Scottish football, I think. So let me see if I can find anything.
James, can we get a sue from you? Can we get a sue? Sue. Ronaldo sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, sue. Ronaldo sue. Can we get a sue from you? Yeah?
So,
Would you want Ronaldo at Bournemouth, James?
yeah.
Yeah, you can have him. You can have him. And then you give us who do you have in the striker? Keith, don't you have a thing? Solanke. Give me Solanke, I'll give you Ronaldo.
Yeah, so Scottish football. Okay, so this is the first headline, and I will share this right now. So credit to James for talking about this, and I will share this link with you right now. So Scottish Premiership clubs approve a 5-year, £150 million broadcast deal. Rangers have made clear, it's with Sky Sports, and Rangers have made clear their opposition to the proposed contract, while Livingston have also had reservations. But a meeting scheduled for Tuesday has been cancelled after the SPFL notified clubs that a deal an agreement was reached. Clubs will receive around £30 million a season, and it is scheduled to begin in 2024 and running until 2029. All lower league clubs are believed to have indicated their support for the live broadcast deal, which will allow Sky to show 60 games per campaign. And yeah, this is good, actually. This is really good. Obviously, with Scotland doing so well internationally and also in Europe, with Celtic and Rangers reaching Rangers for sure reaching European finals and so forth.
Yeah.
It was only nice that Scotland would be Scottish football would be more under the microscope. So this would be a good thing, and hopefully it means that it means that Scotland and maybe even the League of Wales and the League of Ireland could benefit in some ways from this. But it's these are good times for Scottish football, and hopefully this will prevent talk of Celtic and Rangers breaking away to possibly join the English Premier League. And Orest, you might have heard these headlines about Celtic and Rangers possibly breaking away and joining the leagues in England. How do you think conceivably they would do if that were to happen?
I think this is a good deal, obviously the Scottish fan base are massive, so if they was to agree to this deal, then it would be massive, But yeah, big up James for, telling us, because I didn't know that, so big up to yourself. But yeah, man.
Yeah, it is a good time to, follow Scottish football, and obviously the way they're playing, being in good contention to qualify for international tournaments and doing well in this Nations League. Can you think tomorrow, by tomorrow, they could be playing? So you want? I saw that, son. I saw that. I get it. You don't like me speaking.
Can you not tell my background?
Yeah, I saw that. I know what you want me to do. Shut my mouth and eat it.
Yeah, let me just take that away. But yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't know what we can look forward to for the second half, but we will have to see. And yeah. Okay, so Italy and Hungary are coming back out. England and Germany haven't come back out yet. So I'm going to see if there have been any substitutions made. Doesn't look as though there have been any made. Hungary do look a little bit concerned because obviously they'd want to qualify for the Nations League semis, but Italy seem to have their number here. I see Donnarumma, I see Raspadori, and a few other people. Jorginho.
Oh,
And
I got Jamie back.
yeah, I love the background. I really do. If I can get a similar background like that, I'd be very happy. And
Yeah, let me get that as well.
so Italy know what's at stake, and they're coming back out now onto the field. Bonucci, obviously, Capitano leading the way. And certainly a changed team in some respects, but they now seem to have settled on a decent core of players. I don't know if Bonucci will possibly play on beyond Euro 2024, so he will be phased out. And that background looks really good, James. I'm going to see if England and Italy have come back yet. No, they haven't. No, I'm not jealous. See, the work you do, it's amazing. It reminds me that if I want to make my own channel, I have to do similar work myself. And now we see Germany and England coming back out.
It's from Google. It's from Google. You didn't make it. It's from Google, so you can find it.
Oh yeah, but still, I mean, it's good work from him. No subs so far. Why does Muller look so tired? He's got a black eye of some sort, huh?
Ronnie, you need to go background and then we'll make it free backgrounds.
I can't do that. I don't know how. I mean, I can't even think of one, and the match is about to start, so I don't want to waste any more time, yeah?
To be fair, I don't want to go on my background, so let me just take that away.
Yeah, you probably don't like Thomas Muller either. And I think there is a change being made by Germany. Timo Werner is coming on.
Timo Werner!
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Right,
No,
so
James, no. No, we're not supporting Germany, no.
So it looks as though he's probably come on to try to bring a little bit of firepower into the team, as we've agreed.
And the game's kicked off.
Not yet for me, it hasn't, so calm down, son. Now it's kicked off. And England are going from left to right, still in their red strip. And immediately they're starting down the left. Luke Shaw is running at them and causing some problems. And he wins the throw-in. So England are obviously trying to, pick up where they left off.
Sterling?
In that first half. It is with Sterling, yeah. It is with Sterling. What can he do? And sadly, no dice. So some terrific endeavour from Raheem Sterling, as expected, but some good defensive play from the Germans. They know how to, stifle their opponents. And yes, he's come on for Jonas Hoffmann. So Hoffmann was running really well in that first half, but I think they wanted a kind of some better finishing. But now, of course, they've got to concentrate on defending because it's with Shaw now. And back with Walker. James. Bellingham. Back to James. Walker.
What's up?
And it's been kicked up front. Shaw is over there. And, yeah, he has definitely looked quite good, sort of overlapping, and also defensively he's looked quite solid. So it's a good sign. So, Schlotterbeck.
Oh no, attack for Germany. Havertz now. To Werner. To Werner. What's he gonna do? Werner.
It is Havertz. It is with Werner.
Kimmich.
But England
Kimmich
aren't
to
understanding
Werner.
him.
I mean to Havertz.
Yep, Kimmich to Havertz. And nothing of it.
Go on, Kane. To
Oh,
Sterling. Look at Foden. Oh my days, mate. Oh man, you're gonna watch that, man. Foden was so open.
Yeah, I'm watching that right now. It is with Sterling on the wing. And let's see what he does with it. It's with Stones. Not Stones.
I just want Kyle Walker to get injured, man.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. As an England fan, I don't want him to get injured. So,
yeah.
So it's with Schlotterbeck right now. Gundogan. Sula. Kimmich. Sula.
Okay, Reece James, well done. To Bellingham.
Schlotterbeck again.
Foden.
But
Foden.
well intercepted by James.
To Bellingham. Sterling. To Sterling.
Close it.
Shot by Sterling. Saved by Ter Stegen. Okay. Now it's with Gundogan.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Through to Havertz. It is with Leroy Sané now. Trying to work his way through. And he gets it through to Havertz. Back to Sané. And it's with Kehrer, who keeps it in. Still trying to find a way through. We'll see if the substitution has brought about the desired effect. But it is fair to say that they miss Hoffman's runs down the right. Kimmich chips it over to Werner. Is he offside? Well, in any case, he hoiked it over, and I think the flag has gone up. So,
Yep. Oh, no, he's not offside. You're going to watch it back in the replay. He's not. Luke Shaw keeps him on.
Yep, he isn't offside. So that could very well... Could that...
No. Oh, my God.
In any case, it's an interception there.
Oh my God!
We will see what happens, and there no penalty for that, surely. And the referee says none of that, son. Not today.
You don't think it was a pen?
Well, it could go to VAR, and Musiala is still on the floor, writhing in pain. But we will see what happens here.
I think VAR now.
That could very well be a foul. That could very well be. That's
check.
A foul.
Just check. That's a penalty, mate. That is a penalty.
Yeah, just running it right now. And it looks as though VAR will very well
kicked
call
him.
He's
kicked him in the leg. Yeah.
I see that. And I think Hansi Flick made it very clear that he wanted it to go to VAR.
Oh, the referee's checking. The referee is checking. Sorry.
Yeah. That's fine. The referee is checking a potential penalty check. And this could very well be what...
Maguire's in trouble, mate. You know, this could be a red card, you know. I think it might be a red card because I think this kind of last man. And the referee, right, he's checking it. So obviously Maguire kicks him. Come on, that's a penalty. Oh, the referee has looked away. He's blowing his whistle. I'm not going to say anything. And he's given this decision. I'm not saying anything.
We know what decision he's going to give.
And there's a penalty. And is he going to book him? Let's see if he books him.
Well, I'm not too sure he'd book him because I'm sure there was another defender in the penalty box, so he wasn't the last man. But that really was a stupid penalty to give away. And it's decisions like this, which is why which is why we should be grateful for VAR, because that would have been a very big injustice. And Musiala coming back to Wembley, former England youth international, making a nuisance of himself and potentially harming England in a big way. The only question is who will take the penalty.
And it will be Gundogan.
Well, this ought to be fun. Gundogan has the ball
By
in
the
his
way, I'm going
hand.
to stay quiet. I'm not going to say a few scores on this.
Gundogan has the ball in his hand. I don't know if he will. It looks as though he will take the penalty. So, short run up, right footed kick. Pope trying to make himself look big. What's the result? Goal, 1-0 Germany, and it is as cool as you like from Ilkay Gundogan.
We've missed so many results, you know. If you check the other games, we missed so many results. I'll just update them. Let me just update them.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll take a look and update a few people right now. So so there's been a second goal for Georgia, a second goal for Italy, and a second goal for Estonia, who were leading 1-0, and Romania also 1-0 up against Bosnia-Herzegovina. So they're showing us the foul which Maguire committed, and that was very clumsy indeed. And you know, Pope did go the right way for the penalty, but probably not the best effort at stopping it. And it was taken in such a way that he probably wouldn't have had much chance. So England are now under the cosh. It's Germany 1, England 0.
And it's Finland 2, Montenegro 0.
Finland 2-0. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have you to update the ticker. Thank you very much indeed, Orist. Means a great deal.
Close it.
And but now it's intercepted by Bellingham. So England are trying to find a way back. Rice with Shaw. Can he find their man? It is with Bellingham now, but no, that is the way. And there are claims for a penalty from the England forwards, but I don't think the referee's going to have anything to do with that. And of course, but now James is no, he's conceded a free kick. So now this has spurred England into action, and clearly they are looking to try and find their way back into the game. No handball there. No handball there. No handball and no infringement. You are not going to get anything from that. 2 goals in 6 matches for Ilkay Gundogan, who was in the German team as early as 2011, 2012. He was, of course, in their Euro 2012 squad under Jogi Löw. Wore the number 2 jersey in that squad. Now he's wearing number 21. And Werner now trying to be a nuisance. So it is quite fair to say that if there's one German player who's really impressed, it is Jamal Musiala. He's come back to England, of course. And how do you think he's looked all game, Arist? What do you think of him?
Good. I think he's been good. I think he's been good today. Kimmich as well.
Definitely quality in many ways. England have certainly been trying to, huff and puff a great deal. They've run at them well. And they have looked to do some good things on the counter-attack. For now, though, they've got to do some defending. Oh, no, they're still attacking. They're attacking now. Luke Shaw on the left. To Declan Rice. Reece. That is Sterling. Maguire. To James.
Oh, my days, mate.
Yeah, I heard that, oh, my days. And with a shot like that from Jude Bellingham, oh, my days is exactly right. He really only had to try to focus on getting it on target, and Ter Stegen probably would have been left scrambling, but that was high and not at all handsome. So speaking of Englishmen playing in Germany, do you have any updates on Jadon Sancho's injury? For how long will he be out?
No, he's fit now.
Okay.
He's actually fit now. He's 100% fit, so yeah, he should be available for this weekend.
But do you see him possibly being picked for the squad now?
If he carries on, then 100%. But it's down to Southgate, in my opinion.
Yeah. Because, of course, Sancho and Rashford were key players for England in the Euros. And especially if they're fit and in good form, I can't see Southgate ignoring them. I really can't. So it's a free kick for England, and it looks as though it's Reece James who could supply the in-swinging right footer, standing over it right now. So all they're looking for is an English head, possibly to head it in. Instead, it's punched away by Ter Stegen. And England can pass it all the way back to Nick Pope. It's with Kyle Walker now. And so when do you think we'll see some subs?
I'd say around 70 minutes.
Okay, so Reece James now on the right. Let's see if he can attack, and he wins a corner. So 70 minutes, you say. That should be around about a decent time. Ben Foden with the in-swinging left footer. Short corner. And a shot from Bellingham again. Goes wide. Nowhere near the target. Although maybe he was trying to find Declan Rice, who could have headed it goalwards, but you never know. A low clearance that from Ter Stegen, which somehow find its way straight to Nick Pope. And now with Maguire, England can break. I mean, at least clear their lines. Dyer, Walker, James. Back to Dyer. And intercepted halfway by Musiala, but it's with Sterling now. And Musiala is once again looking very lively. And he ends up winning a throw. So, yeah, this guy has come back to England to impress, and he certainly has impressed.
Days, man.
I could definitely see Musiala coming to the Premiership and playing.
Oh,
I wonder.
okay.
And it's with Werner now in the penalty area. And that pass comes to nothing. So, again, it's the final touch that's letting Germany down. But could that be intercepted? Yes, it is. And it's intercepted back.
Oh, no.
Now it's back with Sula. Back with Sula, who passes it forward. Gundogan. Still with Gundogan. Havertz. Gundogan. Leroy Sané. Kimmich. Back with horse with Gundogan and Kimmich. Gundogan, rather. Still with Kimmich now. Now to Havertz. Still floating around that penalty area, as it were. Kimmich. Gundogan. Schlotterbeck. Back to Gundogan. It is now with Sula, who passes it through. Can Sula make something out of it? Well, he had a shot and it was wide. So you can see the audacity now when the centre-back or the full-back, the centre-back decides to have a bit of fun. And just the way they dropped off him and didn't try to intercept him, that is worrying. So we're coming up to the hour mark. Still no real action. Once again, everyone who's in the chat, please... let me take a look and see if there's... do please say something. I mean, the chat's gone really silent. I don't know why. Gundogan. Intercepted. And it's still with...
Saka's coming on, Mane.
Oh, he's coming on. That's good. That's good. That's good. I see him. I see him. I see him. I see him. And the chat's grown really quiet. I mean, we need some people to come and say something. Schlotterbeck. Kimmich. And that will be passed all the way back to Ter Stegen by Sula, who finds some solace on the right wing, and it is, in fact, a German throw-in. Kehrer. Back with Kera now. Let's see if you can find anyone. And once again, you see how well the marking has been. But now Germany breaking away. Werner's on his own, and he shoots it wide. So now you can see the Germans starting to to get behind the defense quite expertly, and I see that, Oris. That's not funny. I mean, I don't even think he could do a better job with this England team, but whatever. That's cheeky. And yeah, so it looks as though James has left us. Has James left us?
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll come back. Hopefully he'll come back. And as you say, Saka looks as though he'll be coming on. I wonder who he'll be coming on for. I cannot see him coming on for Luke Shaw, and I don't know if the formation will change. Hopefully the formation will change, but having said that, with 3 centre backs, I really can't see that happening. Schlotterbeck now, who's looked very impressive as at left back. Kimmich, Gundogan. Chipping it forward, but intercepted by Kyle Walker. And Bellingham, Foden. And it'll be an England free kick. Now, it looks as though it'll be a double substitution right now. So could this be Mason Mount coming on? We will see. So, Maguire with that sideways pass, long pass to Reece James. Declan Rice. Kyle Walker. Rice again. And back with Rice, who has, not really been dominating, but has played his part. Eric Dyer now. Harried by Werner, and he gives it away to Joshua Kimmich, who can try and pass it forward, but it was safely with Pope at first, but he had to clear it away. Looked a little bit uncomfortable, but now it's with Foden, who can pass forward and attack. It is with Sterling, but he is muscled off the ball, and it is now back with Gundogan through Sule, although Gundogan loses it. Bellingham. James. Kyle Walker. All the way up to Luke Shaw, who has looked quite impressive today. Maguire. Shaw. Dyer, who has been anything but dire these last 2 games. Reece James, intercepted by Gundogan, and Germany can clear. Or can they? Nope, it's with Kane. Through to James in the penalty area. Cross coming in, and a corner is conceded. Schlotterbeck doing some good work and clearly not very happy with his defense. So it is happening now. And I just wonder if and when that sub will be made. Maybe after this corner, we will see Mason Mount and Bukayo Saka coming on. But it will be Foden with the left-footed in-swinger. Let's see if he can find an English head. England's 5th corner. And it's all for nothing with Eric Dyer heading over. And that looked dire. So it is a double substitution. And so what do you think of... So it looks as though Saka and Mason Mount will be coming on. What do you think Mason Mount will add to this team? And it looks as though Saka's replacing Foden. What do you think Mount will do for the team? What do you think he'll add?
Oh, probably some creativity up in the midfield, But even though Mason Mount hasn't been on form, but I think he can add that creativity.
Right. So Sterling's been taken off, and
to be fair, I did say at halftime I said Mount, Saka, and Tony. So he just needs one more to get that prediction right.
If Tony does come on, it will be good. Sorry about that. 25 minutes left, and England are in need of some sort of inspiration.
Germany making 2 substitutions.
That'll be interesting. Yep, the number 20 and the number 10. It is Gnabry.
Arsenal fans were crying over him in the summer, man.
Oh yeah, I remember. I know that he's right. Oh. So have you? So we've got goals in. Yeah. So we've got goals in every game now, and it looks as though it'll be
Estonia 3.
Yeah, it'll be Gosens and Gnabry who'll be coming on. 2 Gs. So that's pretty good. And it's Werner. It's 2 against 2 now. Although people are coming back.
Oh my days!
Pass to Havertz.
Oh.
And it's a goal. Kai Havertz. He has been ridiculed by Chelsea fans this season in the Premiership, but now he has emphatically shut them all up tonight with an absolutely gorgeous corker from outside. It should have been outside the penalty area, but either way, it gave Pope no chance, and that's the second time Nick Pope has been beaten by an absolute corker. Describe this, Horace, please.
I have no words, man. But obviously, the replay Werner to Havertz left foot. Oh my God. Yeah, you can't blame Nick Pope. Cannot blame Nick Pope.
Yeah, outside the penalty area, that is a goal fit to win any match. And leaving Timo Werner alone was criminal. And the defenders dropping off over Dyer's head.
Southgate, you're the one. You still turn me on. At this rate, we're not qualified. We're not even getting top 2, top 3. Forget this, man. The English players do not care. Look at Maguire, mate. Look at that replay. Look at Maguire's face, mate. Licking his lips. Mate. Yeah,
I see that. I see you. I see that that face. I see that face. He knows it could very well be over. And now is the time for Germany to bring on their subs. It will be Serge Gnabry coming on for David Raum and Robin Gosens coming on for Leroy Sané. Interesting bandage around Gnabry's right wrist. Hopefully it's not a fracture, just a precaution, yeah? So let's take a look at the ticker and see if it's been updated, because now there have been goals in every game. 3-0 Estonia, 1-0 Bulgaria, 2-0 Georgia, 1-0 Romania, 2-0 Finland, and now 2-0 between both Italy and England. So looks as though England are very badly under the cosh, and once again, Southgate's selections will be looked at and dissected to the bare bones. But that substitution, bringing on Werner at half-time, it now looks to be absolutely an inspired substitution. What do you think, Orest?
100%. Oh, long shot and then saves it. Easy save for Stephen.
Yeah, easy save. But, I was impressed with Hoffman, but Werner coming in might have lent that extra dimension. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know, man. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see if Southgate brings on Tony or Tammy Abraham now. So that's going to be interesting. But obviously, the 70th minute mark is going to hit soon. So we'll see. Saka's playing right wing now, Marnie. So he's playing in his normal position.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's up there on the right wing, and obviously Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw wasn't taken off, so I think he's stuck with. He's probably stuck with that formation, and he's had to keep Saka on the right wing. I mean, I'm one of those people who doesn't like seeing Saka on the right wing, because with that sweet left foot of his, he belongs on the left wing, and he's often played some of his best football for Arsenal when he's interchanged with Gabriel Martinelli on the left. But
there's Mason Mount.
Yeah, so clearly people see him as capable of playing on the right. It is with Mason Mount now. Let's see what he can do. Some great running there from Mason Mount, looking very fresh indeed, and it needed Harry Kane.
I think before full-time whistle, I'm just going to turn up the volume. I'm going to mute myself and see how many people boo Southgate or just boo the players. I want to see. So I'll just move on.
Oh, I'll be there ahead. I know you're going to be 4 seconds ahead of me, but listen, I might just do that too. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be boos, man, 100%. But
yeah. So, Bellingham, Saka.
Saka now. To Rice. What do you think on Rice today? Have you been... What do you think of his performance?
I mean, Rice has looked... look, he's run well with the ball and he's passed well, but he hasn't really dominated the game as much as I hoped he would. I've been impressed with Eric. I mean, he's looked far from being dire.
Reece James now to Saka.
It is with Bellingham to James. Yeah,
Reece James crosses it. Who's there? Luke Shaw. Is it? That's a goal. James. That's a goal. Come on, 2-1.
And it should be a goal.
2-1. It's 2-1.
Yep, it's been awarded a
Neutral.
goal. It has been
Roberto
awarded, and
Carlos.
yep, it has been awarded. So there is a lifeline yet. You never know. There is a lifeline. And I
Comeback
think
is
it's fair
on,
to
Mane. Mane, comeback is on.
yeah, the comeback could be on. The thing is, though, I was predicting a 2-1 German win. So, I mean, and yep, that has gone over the line. No way you're stopping that. So a pretty unconvincing attempt by Ter Stegen to make himself big. Yeah, so that's it. Just keep updating the ticker. That looks good.
Yeah.
And now, so this game has done Shaw a world of good. 1 goal in 2 matches, and of course that goal against Italy in the Euro final.
Man, come on.
He really does love playing for England, and I think he's certainly, sealed his spot in the squad.
Humble, Saka.
Yeah. So sorry, Bukayo, no chance, son. Yeah. So you can just see as well. I mean, there's another point where you can see Saka struggling to make that turn when it comes to getting in on the inside, and it looks as though there's a foul in the area.
Yeah, foul. Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah, so they're just showing the replay now. Good goal. Yeah.
Yep. Some good interplay there
over the line.
Between Saka and James. Yeah, that was definitely over the line. No defender
through
would
the
get
legs
that
as
away.
well, through Ter Stegen's legs. So yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I think I don't know why Sula was even thinking of trying to stop that, because he knew that he wouldn't get there.
Oh, Kimmich is down.
It is what it is.
Kimmich is down.
Yeah, Kimmich is. If Kimmich is down injured, it could be bad. But Germany have looked good so far, and they do have some good reserves.
Is 17 minutes. The hell is that a sponge? I don't know if it's. Anyway, Southgate talking to Luke Shaw. He's having a team talk, the pep talk. What's he gonna say? He's gonna say, "Come on, lads, get in the fighting spirit."
Yeah, it's not a pep talk. It's Gareth talk.
Yeah. Same with Arteta, man. Like he has with the team talk. It's the pep talk, man.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at Pep Arteta's talks, I really don't know if he lends anything much. At least Guardiola, he's got the tactical now.
Hey, money. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, the traffic warden. For Pete's sake.
Hey guys, man. Especially there's not been any comments, man. What's going on? I think we didn't bring this up from Moss, so we're just going to bring it up now. The purpose before World Cup is to see all your players to figure out who you want to bring in.
No, I spoke about that earlier. And yeah, he was right. I was looking at the chat and
Saka
making sure that...
Saka now? Mount! Yes! 2-2!
Wait, it is with Saka? It is with Saka? Wait.
Yes!
I hate you, man! Yeah, it is with Saka and it is Mason Mount, so the super subs are combining. And just for that, I'm putting you in a timeout. I mean, that was crazy. So you could see some good work there from Saka, interplaying nicely, and a terrific shot there. And you could say on the balance of it that England deserved their equaliser. They were good value for it. And so Mount and Saka.
We can actually win this game. We can win this game. Come on.
We could, but we will see what happens.
That's our ball. That's our ball, ref. That's our ball. Come on, man. Oh, he's giving it to...
I think it's fair to say that the injury to Kimmich at the time sort of halted their momentum, but Kimmich is, of course, back and playing now. So what does Hansi Flick do? He's already brought on 3 substitutes. What 2 substitutes does he make now?
Guess I'm not going to turn up the volume out full time then. There's definitely not going to be views. You never know. 2-2 draw. I mean, nah, they just came back, but I don't know, man. But yeah.
No, but here's the thing. I mean, it's quite clear that this result will not really be because of Southgate, but in spite of Southgate.
Oh, England fans are cheering now. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see they pan the camera to England fans. Oh no.
Yeah, but listen, there are 14 minutes left rather, so anything can happen.
The Saka impact, Marnie. The Saka Mason Mount impact.
For once, he gets his substitutions right.
Yeah.
So, speaking of subs, there's Gosens with the throw in. Cleared away by Eric Dyer.
To Kane
And,
now. Kane, what's he gonna do now? All right, switch it.
It
to
is, of
Reece
course, with Harry
James.
Kane.
Reece James.
Yep.
To Kane. Oh, okay, our ball. That's our ball, anyways.
Yeah, so it is with Kane now. And it is a throw in. So now Gnabry comes into the picture. Let's see how well he does tonight.
Come on, man. We can get this one more goal, man. Come on. Luke Shaw now. Luke Shaw.
Declan Rice.
Qualifying
Luke
ball,
Shaw.
but nah. What a tackle, Bellingham. You're gonna see that money in a sec. Good tackle.
Yeah, I'm going to see that in a sec. And yes, that was a good tackle.
Okay.
So, yep. And once again, Germany try their best to get the ball away, and they do win a throw in. So Mason Mount once again doing well for the cause, and Southgate is a happy chappy.
Oh no, Rice. Is he okay? He's stumbling. Musiala's also down. He's got who knows?
Looks as though it could be a foot problem. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
hamstring issue.
Yeah. Or a tackle Mason Mount. Good
Yeah.
tackle.
Yep.
King's Football Show.
Time to call Brazil the home of football? Nope. It'll always be England. Sorry. I will agree that Brazil has made football a bit better in its own way, but no.
Oh, Lucas coming on, money.
Thomas Muller. So it looks as though the Germans want to have their goal and they will get it. Who's coming off?
They took off, Musiala because he was injured, yeah.
Yeah.
Very precaution.
But Musiala has had a fine game so far, but now it's time for the old war horse to come into the picture.
Okay, nice.
Right, so.
Oh my God, Bellingham, beautiful.
Yeah. So now he's grown into the game and has certainly looked more confident with his footwork. So
Reece James.
Yeah, Kane to Saka to James. What's funny?
Bellingham, man. He looks angry, man. Rice.
Yep, that is Shaw.
Shaw.
Now it's Rice.
Shaw. To Bellingham. Bellingham. What a pass. Reece James. Oh.
Yep, it is with James now. Let's see what he does. And doesn't find the header, but he does find Kyle Walker.
The Rice
and
to
now
Reece James again.
Rice, Reece James, Luke Shaw. Back to Rice.
Is that a penalty? No, it's not. Surely that's a penalty, man. Surely that's a penalty.
Yeah, that should be called a penalty. If you were going to give the Musiala incident a penalty for that, then yes, that has to be a penalty too. And yeah, this could very well be an opportunity for England to snatch a famous win and maybe relieve some pressure from Gareth Southgate with 10 minutes to go.
No, I think Bellingham looks fine now.
He does look okay, but will the VAR referees take a look at that?
Switches it to Luke Shaw. To Kane.
With James.
Back to Shaw.
Yep.
Back to Walker. But yeah. Oh, I was bringing this comment out for you, man.
Brazil has the most World Cup titles, most Ballon d'Or winners, most iconic teams produce more world-class players than any other teams. If that's not the home of football, then I'm confused. Sorry, listen. Yeah, it is with Saka now. It is with Saka to Kane and side netting from the captain. Asking for a corner, and it looks as though the referee is being spoken to. I don't know if he's being spoken to about the penalty.
Hang on, replay of the incident.
No,
that's a penalty, man. That is a penalty.
Yeah, so it looks as though, Schlotterbeck has pretty much jammed his studs into him. But did he get the ball first?
The referee's checking.
No, did he get the ball first?
Potential check, VAR, potential check. Hang on.
Another potential.
The referee's checking. The referee is going to check money. The
He is going to check, and
Okay,
we will
this time
see.
I won't say anything.
We will see what he says now.
This time I'm not singing. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, we will see what he says.
Oh, yeah, that's a red card in my opinion. In my opinion, that's a red card.
It could very well be a red card.
I think it will give it a all.
I mean, certainly, it looks as though it could be a penalty.
Come on,
And it is a penalty because Schlotterbeck clearly didn't get the ball. I mean, he did get the ball first, but
Referee
I think he just...
is done. He's done. He's turned. He's blowing his whistle. And I'm not saying anything. You'll see it, money.
I will see it. I will see it. And he has, in fact, awarded the penalty.
Come on. No, we can't miss this.
Schlotterbeck
Kane
is not
cannot miss
happy.
this money. Kane cannot miss this penalty.
He cannot miss this penalty, but we will see. We will see.
Yellow card.
So,
He's given a yellow card. That's a bit, that's a red for me. That's a red for me, but
no, it's a yellow card because he got the ball first, and he wasn't the last man covering anyway. So
come on now.
It wasn't
Harry Kane, you better flip and score this.
impediment of a goal-scoring opportunity. So it will be Captain Kane who scores. And I know a lot of people like myself were still complaining that maybe Tony should have been brought on. Maybe he'll get a 10-minute run out.
Kane, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Kane. Right, this time I'm not saying if you scored, I won't say yes, no, whatever. I'm just gonna see what happens, and then I'll let you celebrate or shout at Kane if he misses. So let's see what happens. I think Ter Stegen is a good penalty keeper. He's got that saving penalties. So we'll see.
He's not going to save this one, though. I mean, Kane's record with penalties is, of course, exemplary, and you want a guy like him moving around along his line, trying to distract Kane, but Kane's ice cold. Let's see if he scores. High and handsome, cometh the hour, cometh the man, and I saw
Come
that.
on,
I saw that.
Sue!
Well, none of the Sue celebration, but what a difference a few minutes makes. It's like it was high and handsome. Ter Stegen did go the right way,
Mate,
but he was never stopping that.
How many? I'm looking at the other games now. All right,
He was never stopping that.
All right, so I have to change a lot of games now.
Yeah, you didn't even change it from 1-2, Miles. I saw that. Yeah, you have you have that job, and you're concentrating on undermining me.
Italy 2-0, Finland 2-0.
Yeah. And so back to your point, King, Your Majesty, I made it crystal clear. Brazil have
Romania
made the game
4-1. Yeah, Romania.
Brazil
4-1.
have made the game better. They've obviously won more World Cup titles and produced so many of those iconic players. But England is where football was born, and so it'll always be the home of football. It's as simple as that. Then in the proceedings, there was a yellow card for Kera, remonstrating with the referee. I'm sorry, but if VAR says it, there's no going on. There are no two ways about it. So this could very well be another famous England win over the old enemy. Such a shame that it's come in an inconsequential game.
Southgate, you're the one. You still take me home.
Yeah,
Football's coming
Mason Mount now.
on
Mason Mount
again.
on the right, passing just and he wins the throw. So it'll be Reece James to take that. 5 minutes left, plus any stoppages. There's still time for something to happen. You just never know.
Oh, mate. 3-2 is a scary lead, man. We just need to score one more.
Any one goal lead is a scary lead as far as I'm concerned. Because you've got to think that there will be some substantial stoppage time. The only problem is, from what I've seen of Germany, I don't see them having that much energy to be able to force a result. Even with Werner and Muller on, I don't know if they can do it. But having said that, it is with Serge Gnabry now, and it is now with Schlotterbeck, and they can try and build something. Süle. Kera. Havertz. Kera.
Go on, Kane. Go on, Kane.
Intercepted.
Go on, Kane.
And Kane now has it.
Oh.
Running down the left.
So I could get that.
And
it went off. It went off.
yeah, it actually went over the line. And
big up JPT. What a comeback.
yeah, what a comeback. What a comeback. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. And look, I'm not going to criticize, I'm not going to credit Southgate for this win if we hold on, because look, he has been given criticism over his team selections, and rightly so. And the idea of sticking with tried and trusted favourites and not giving call-ups a chance is no with it. But it is with Serge Gnabry now. What can he do from here? Poland has spilt it! And Havertz with the equaliser.
Flipping out Pope,
with
man.
the equaliser. And Nick Pope has just plotted his copybook in the worst way possible.
Flipping out.
You just can never relax with this German team. Some terrific work by Gosens to win that ball from Reece James. And then it finds Gnabry, who takes the shot. Should have been gathered comfortably by Pope, but Havertz was there. And some pretty weak defending as well from Luke Shaw, who also just seemed to drop off his man. Oh, Nicky. Nicky. And you've just allowed the Germans to nick an equaliser. Not even the Pope could save you now.
Imagine Germany make this 4-3 now, flipping out.
No. I don't think they'll do that. Because now with 2.5 minutes
No,
left,
Manny, you never know. Manny, you never know.
No, listen. Here's the thing. Now it's with Bellingham in the penalty area. Let's see what he can do. He's trying to wind his way past the defense, but they hold firm. And now they can try and break. You see how England are running at them now. They want to win back that ball. They want to get a goal right now. And it looks as though, that's 2 goals in 5 matches for Kai Havertz. And once again, those Chelsea fans who have been berating him have been forced to shut their mouths and eat it. I'm going to keep using that quote. Why isn't Ramsdale playing? Pope, for heaven's sake. Well, the answer to that, the added time, JPT, is that, when Pope played against Hungary, he had an even more atrocious game than Pope has had right now. Pope, some of the goals he let in were absolutely atrocious. And to be honest, if people worry so much about England's forwards, I worry about our goalkeepers, because if Pickford gets injured, we'll be up a gum tree. And now another German attack over here. We'll see what happens. It's with Robin Gosens, who's come on and been a nuisance. Headed away by Maguire. It's with Werner. Gundogan. Gundogan to now it's with Sula.
Swift. They made it with Gundogan
to Gnabry. Gundogan to Schlotterbeck. To Gosens. Schlotterbeck.
You're not pressing, man.
Some good keep ball on the left.
No.
And we will see what happens here. Stula to... It is with Havertz now.
Go on.
In the penalty area.
Oh my God.
In the penalty area.
Saka.
And Saka's all alone. Is there anyone back? Is there anyone? No, he's all alone. Saka versus Gundogan versus Ter Stegen. And what a save from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. He has come up trumps, but how about that? I do not like seeing Saka on the right because he doesn't look natural when he runs, but that was a brilliant work
showing
there.
his weak foot as well.
Yeah, you cannot expect a left-footed guy to score a goal like that with his weaker foot. If it had been on the opposite wing, it would have been the goal.
Podcast. But, what is this, mate?
But the save, anything to get Southgate out. Well, listen, JPT, I've got news for you.
Havertz is off. Bella Kotchap.
Bella Kotchap, who is on the
from Southampton.
Yes. Yep, Southampton. So he's wearing the number 17, which is also made famous by Per Mertesacker when he played for Germany.
Right.
So Luke Shaw with the corner. Left-footed.
Bellingham's coming off. Oh, my days, mate. Oh, you'll see who's coming on for. Oh, my days.
And it is Jordan Henderson who will win a very symbolic 70th cap. Cheap cap with very little time left.
For Luke Shaw.
We'll see what happens.
6 minutes at a time.
Straight into 6 minutes of added time. So there is still time. Whoever scores in this time will win. But will we see anyone making a mistake? Will we see anyone Well, Gnabry's won a throw-in. He's looked lively. He definitely wants a win. And yeah,
This comment is funny. Look, sadly, I'm hoping for Germany to win anything to help get Southgate out.
we've read that, son. We've read that. We've read that. We've already read that, and I've already told him that that's not going. I've told him that's not going to happen, because now the FA are going to use this for justification for keeping Southgate in. But I would agree that if England fail to impress in the World Cup, he should be out. I think he's taken them as far as they possibly could, and there will be a number of players who will be relieved to see him gone. Believe you me.
Luke
Muller.
Shaw. I remember
All the way back to Sula.
Thing is, man, we can't get anyone now. If we sack Southgate, there's no one to get, because Potter was ideal number one for all English fans. Now he's going to Chelsea. He's available right now, realistically, money that the FA can get. I can't think of anyone.
No. Neither Potter nor Howe will be able to get in the job, because the only way that they will leave those billionaire-backed clubs is if the FA will offer them a huge consolation package.
Now, Scott Parker's not in the job.
No. I would sooner see a foreign manager with an English assistant.
Yeah,
that would be the way to go.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe this idea of going to an English coach wouldn't work, because now if Southgate goes, who can we go for? We can't go back. I wouldn't want to go back to Roy Hodgson. I definitely wouldn't want to go back to Glenn Hoddle. I don't think his heart can handle it.
I mean, I think Thomas Tuchel's the only one that's available right now that we can get.
And he is my choice. He would be my choice. Knows the Premier League, knows the players, knows a good system to play. He is a winner, regardless of what people say. And I would have him. And I take a look at I heard that.
Winner. I mean, yeah, you know what? I would say he is a winner, but I just don't know, man, because he got. If you look at the situation with him at Chelsea, I think he lost the dressing room money, and you could lose it again with the England team. So I don't know, someone that's capable of getting the dressing room together, make sure everyone's all right, no one's leaking out stuff. So we just need a manager. Tuchel, I'm not sure. I'm very not sure.
Well, he's a strong manager, and preferably one who can speak English. So that rules out Italy.
Yeah, Italy has finished. Montenegro has finished. Romania has finished.
And a weak left foot from Schlotterbeck sees Germany concede a throw, and it looks as though England are going to try and force a win. Walker to Rice to Henderson, who is, of course, wearing the same number 14 he wears.
Luke Shaw now.
Very nice touch.
To Mason Mount.
But yeah,
Saka.
so it is with Shaw.
Oh my God.
And once again, it is with Saka now, but once again, the defense
Maguire
is holding firm.
does a foul.
Henderson
you absolute moron, mate. Absolute clown.
Well, I think at least you can be happy that Luke Shaw has had a good game, but Maguire, he'll look back on that mistake, which led to the penalty, and think, I'm on thin ice here.
Yeah.
It is good to see some fighting spirit in the England team, but, that can only get you so far. You need to make sure that you have the tactical know-how to to do well against a lot of the finer teams you'll get to play in the tournament.
Go on. Nice recovery from Rice.
Yep. Well done, Declan Rice. And now it is with Henderson, calming everything down. Back to Rice.
Maguire does a long pass to Reece James. That was a good long pass from him. Saka now.
I see the long pass.
Saka
it is
now.
with Reece James. I see that.
Saka now.
Yeah.
To Henderson.
Saka.
Oh my days, mate. No, foul for Germany.
So there was a foul in the build-up to that, but wasn't really getting any much dice from that. But now 15 seconds to go. This could very well be the last attack from either team. And it has been a game of ups and downs. I mean, I never would have predicted a 3-3 draw. I don't know if this will really win back any kind of credit for me because, yes, he did make a couple
And
of good
it's
substitutions.
full. Hang on, full
It is full time.
time.
Yeah, so, a nice hug there between Southgate and Hansi Flick. And probably not the booze you'd expect, but certainly not the result that the crowd wanted either. They wanted a win. They ended up with a 3-3 draw. Pleasantries being exchanged between Muller and Kane at the moment, and Henderson coming on for a cheap 70th cap, an insult to him, in my opinion. Havertz will have all the headlines for those 2 goals. And end-to-end stuff. A wonderful advertisement for football. Such a shame that it was in such a non-consequential game. Final score from Wembley Stadium is England 3, Germany 3, and both countries will head to the World Cup, at least not losing this game. So, we've had a very exciting, certainly goal-filled week. Estonia with 4 goals to beat San Marino, Bulgaria with a winner, Georgia 2-1 winners, and Romania winning 4-1, Finland winning 2-0, Italy winning 2-0, and of course that draw. So England and Germany were the only teams not to win. And certainly a glut of goals over here. We will have to look for the highlights with this. But now, of course, with Italy winning, they are through to the Nations League finals. So obviously Italy won't be at the World Cup, but do you see them being strong challengers for the European Championships?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 100%. But as I said, game by game, let's see what happens.
Yeah. So I think Mancini, of course, as I said earlier, is trying to build a new team, and he's got a decent core of players with whom he's sticking and building a team around that core. Obviously, Donnarumma in goal. Bonucci will be captain for a couple more years. Jorginho in the midfield. Raspadori definitely looks as though he's come of age as a striker. And a few more people coming in. Well, they could be a force to be reckoned with. With England and Germany, I think it's fair to say that Germany have been missing a few of their starters, and they have looked good in patches, looked not so good in certain patches. England have looked good as well, but they also do have some serious problems. So I'd like you to tell me, what do you think England's biggest problems are, and what could the solutions be?
For me, I still think it's the defense. For me, I think I think we haven't sorted out the centre back partnership yet because we keep playing Dyer Maguire and Stones. We keep playing Kyle Walker there, so Southgate needs to find a right 3 centre back partnership to play, and then maybe we could do something. But when I'm saying, get a good 3 centre backs know each other well. Get a good left back. I'm still 50-50 on Luke Shaw. He was good today, but he needs to continue that. I don't know. He needs to put that same effort but in the Man United shirt, but he won't do that. Right back, we're still uncertain about that. So Southgate needs to work on those centre backs, right backs issue. But I think midfield, yeah.
So midfield, you're happy with Bellingham so far?
I'm happy with Bellingham, but I think Ward-Prowse needs to get starting now.
Agreed completely, because here's the thing. I mean, Calvin Phillips was obviously the star for England in the Euros, and he was one person who would play 90 minutes at almost every game. It would be Declan Rice hauled off for Jordan Henderson. So if Phillips has this shoulder surgery, he could very well end up being out of the squad. And that, big up both of you. Thanks very much indeed, Mr. Trollope. We missed you today. I mean, hopefully next stream you'll join in, yeah? And yes, as I was saying, with Phillips out of the team, it takes away a lot of that muscle, really. So in your opinion, maybe Ward-Prowse could provide that muscle because, you know, Rice and Bellingham, to me, they looked, I don't think they really have had enough muscle to withstand the likes of Musiala and Sané and the way they were performing. And in some ways, they got a bit lucky today, perhaps.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know, man. You need to stop doing this 2-0 going down 2-0 and then doing 2-2 because that's not gonna happen in the World Cup, is it? We got lucky today, but that won't happen in the World Cup. So we need to stop starting slow, go in the counter attack, stop sitting back and doing these counter attacks. Stop doing those early tactics Man United because it won't work. So World Cup, Southgate has to change it and go fully strong now. But let's see what happens.
And would you rather see him playing a back 4 or a back 5?
Mm, for me, I would keep it. I don't know because back four is gonna have to do a lot there. But for now, back five. But I would love to say back four. But we're gonna have to back Southgate what he does, man. If he goes with back five, back four, it looks like he's gonna stick with his back five. So we'll see, man. But the back five, it just shows that we're playing a back five because Maguire is not the midfielder protecting the centre back. So I'm really not sure. So we'll see what Southgate does.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, it seems clear to me that Maguire is a bit of a liability, and obviously with the back four, you can afford to at least have some strength and depth in your midfield. So, I mean, Rice and Bellingham, they look really good in patches at times, but we do need a bit more muscle. If Henderson can keep himself fit, maybe he should be in the squad. But this will probably be his last major tournament as well for England because he is getting on a bit. And strikers, I think Kane picks himself. Sterling and Saka pick themselves as wingers. Do you see any other strikers coming in now? Because now Tony has also not gotten his minutes. So, who do you think could possibly lend some support or competition for Harry Kane?
I think Tammy Abraham. No, I think yes, but yes, Southgate has started him before, so I can see him being a star again. So I think
Yes.
Abraham will be starting some games.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last game they'll play before the World Cup, actually. So I think Southgate's going to have to look at a lot more Premiership games, maybe sort of organise some sort of a camp to see how well the players perform, and maybe it'll be based on the camp that he makes his decision. So we could have some controversial selections there. And as for the goalkeepers, well, apart from Jordan Pickford, neither Ramsdale nor Pope fill me with confidence. It has to be said. And even Henderson, I mean, he didn't get any minutes either. So, I mean, one good thing is that at least there's some clarity as to who might not be going because those people didn't get a chance to impress, which isn't necessarily their fault. But still, I'm not too confident about England doing as well as they did in 2018. I don't think they'll reach the semi-finals. If we do get to the quarterfinals, it would be magnificent, but maybe a step too far. I don't know. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few days. But let me thank all of you who've joined in the chat. I mean, the chat was quiet, and I want to thank all of you for coming on to the stream and listening to me and Oris give our views about everything. I'll be wrapping up the stream right now with nothing more to talk about. But before I do that, I am going to now change this ticker to pay tribute to this fine person here. And could you please put your volume down? Yeah, so this is the ticker for our dear friend Hanno Trollip. You can follow him on Instagram at Hanno_coach_corner. And his Twitter handle is at the rate of capital H Anno 708 30030. It should be, of course, 30030, but you can see it running along. And I want to make sure that he gets his credit. He, of course, was the one who offered. Could you please put the volume down?
What volume?
I'm hearing some stuff in the background. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Yeah, thank you very much indeed. I'm sorry I had to do that, but I couldn't speak with all that in my ear. So, as I said, I want to give credit to Hanno for allowing me to host this stream. I've done a watch long before, and this is the second time I've done it. I hope I've done it justice. I think I've been willing to try and do my bit to provide you some decent updates from other games and also some play-by-play updates from today's game. Thanks a lot for joining in. Orist, I will come back to you, my son. Please tell the people where we can find you and what you will be offering on your channel soon.
Yes. You can find me. You can find me at Orus Football on YouTube. I've got 3 streams this week. Tomorrow I've got a stream at 6 p.m. Sorry about that. Excuse me. 6 p.m. UK time. 6 p.m. UK. All right, 6 p.m. Where my solo stream, man? Anyways, 6 p.m. UK time, Manchester Derby preview. And then Wednesday is North London Derby preview. That's a big one. Got Spurs fans, I got Arsenal fans. So it should be interesting. Then Thursday, Game Week 9 preview. And on Instagram, you can find me at Oris Football on Instagram. And then, yeah, I don't have Twitter, but yeah, only Instagram and YouTube. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Big up Marnie for hosting today.
Thank you very much indeed, and big up to you for being good company. I've enjoyed our conversations, and it's been fun. I'm not going to lie, it has been fun. So thanks a lot for coming in. It's not been boring with you around. And as for me, no YouTube channel as such, but you can find me now on Hanno's Coach Corner. I'll be making a lot more appearances. I love working with him, love being a part of this channel and contributing in any way I can. You can also find me shooting the breeze with Oris and his boys on Oris Talks Football. I may be joining the North London Derby preview, which should be a few laughs and more. You can also find me on a few other channels like Del Boy Gunner TV, S. Featley TV, King's Football Show. Big up to Sate, who's come in today and had a few things to say. And also the Football for Thought podcast on NS Sports TV. And hopefully I'll be doing a few more, making a few more appearances on some other channels. I might get my own very soon. We will see, depending on what my schedule looks like. But once again, thanks to all of you for joining in. You've been an amazing audience. You've been absolutely terrific in the support you've offered. And all I can say is take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Have a good day. God bless. Stay safe.